Hey, welcome back to the Brass Brothers Show. I'm Dexter.
I'm Mike.
And we are the Brass Brothers. Hey, we're here in the beautiful city of Redlands at this hot spot called the Tartan, and we're going to check out this brother called George Michael Webster. More about that name later.
George has played with us numerous times. He's kind of that piece that fits anytime we have a bass player need. He can play everything, so he works out perfectly. And he also played with us back when we played with Teddy Lee Hooker, so we know George well, very well.
He's an outstanding man. And I don't know about you, but I've been checking out the menu here. So I've got my eye on that corned beef and cabbage, maybe those St. Louis ribs. How about you?
You know, man, I've seen a lot on the menu. It looks good, but I got to walk by and see somebody's plate. I got to look at the food and take a look at it, and that's when I'll make up my mind.
I got you there. You know what, though? Let's get in there, check out some good food, a great band, and see what George Michael Webster's been up to.
Hey, man, that sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
All right.
Got your own personal fan, huh?
It's not till August 15th.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, a few weeks.
Well, we'll probably have somebody cancel and have to call you anyhow. So, you know how that works. All right.
Well, let's go do this thing.
So, George Michael.
Yes, sir.
I promised people that we explain that name, why I call you George Michael. So.
All right. Well, back home they used to call me Mike, you know, and when I went to school, then they started calling me George, you know. So later, too many Mikes, you know. So I said, well, just say George Michael, and then that's how I get to George Michael. I said, don't call me Wham now. Just call me George Michael, or Mike, or George.
Well, that's when we played together in Teddy's band.
Yeah.
There was a George in the band, there was a Mike in the band,
Yeah.
and then there was George in the band. So if I said George, everybody looked around. If I said Mike, everybody looked around. So I said George Michael, and I got the right guy.
Yeah.
Who you playing with? What's the name of the band you're playing with?
Dominic Rocha band.
Tell me about those guys. Well, I'm assuming there's a Dominic Rocha.
Yeah, he's the leader.
And what's he play?
He plays lead guitar.
Okay.
And then on keyboards, we got Andre and Jimmy on drums.
I've told people that you're a bass player, man. I told them you're a bass player. But how did that come to be? When did you start playing bass? Who put the bass in your hands and blues in your heart and all that?
Okay. I first started playing drums in 1964.
Drums?
Yeah. And my first instrument where I learned how to read music and started out music was the piano. I was 7 years old then. That's 1957.
That's the instrument you should learn.
There you go.
And then from there, my friend down the street, he played drums, so I got interested. So I went ahead and got me a drum set.
And then get all the girls.
Yeah, that's what they say. But you know, then we started playing gig in a club called Blues in Springfield, Ohio.
You were playing drums?
Yeah, I was playing drums then. One day, the bass player left his bass at the house, and I picked it up. Then I started playing it, you know. So then I just went ahead and switched over to bass.
Really, that simple, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it was, you know, because the piano teaches you all the fundamentals and everything. You know, you get your rhythm, your time, and everything. You learn how to count. You know, that's the basic thing.
Right.
Is counting and keeping time. And the drummer is always your timekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
So the drummer and the bass, you know, we're the bottom, but we keep that time.
Or like James Brown said, everybody plays the drum. Everybody's responsible for time.
Yeah.
You're one of the most versatile bass players I know. I mean, you play with everybody. I mean, you're like that piece that people just put in the puzzle. You know? You don't have a bass player, get George Michael.
So if you need to call up a bass player, George Michael's the one you call up. Because when I call him up, I got all kinds of things, from country music to R&B to rock and roll, you know, you name it. We play it at our gigs, and George never hesitates. He runs on in there and lays it down.
today, is there anything that we would be surprised that you're influenced by, so to speak?
Blues influences me. Blues players.
Okay.
Because this is where gospel, then blues. And blues has always been connected to gospel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that right there, you know, between the gospel and the blues, that's where my heart and my roots are.
You know, okay, now I got to ask you this. Where'd the George Michael walk come from?
Oh,
Was that out of church? Because now that you mentioned that, I've seen some preachers up there doing the George Michael walk, but I've never seen one playing the bass and doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
So where'd the George Michael walk come from?
it came from a lot of things, you know, over the years, and then, you know, when you feel it, and you know, you're playing, and everybody's, you know, clicking, and so I said, well, let me get out here and strut a little bit, you know. You know, that's what our folks do. We
Yes,
strut.
sir. Yes,
I
man.
remember that time we played at Lamarck Park. I remember way back, man, and you were all, I was like, where's George at? He's all over the stage.
Oh, that's what they said about the Long Beach Blues Festival. Which, when I see people out there, then I want to make them happy.
There you go.
And if they see I'm happy, you know,
There you go,
that's
man.
the bottom line.
It's all good.
And what I love about you guys is that you guys are down to earth. You know, you don't find too many musicians are down to earth. And once a musician's down to earth, you're in like seventh heaven. And like my stepfather used to say, you click like that.
That's it, man. That's it for
And
sure.
and he played drums. He played with Canbar Alley,
Oh, yeah.
Matt
There you
Adley, Gene Ammons, Dexter Gordon.
And you played with some of these cats, man.
Well, I played with Bo Diddley.
Yeah.
And I played with the Different Shades of Brown. They from Springfield, Ohio, like John Legend.
Uh-huh.
And I played with Dottie Peoples, who's a Grammy Gospel
right.
Award-winning
Yeah.
singer and Stellar Award singer. But I played.
And you played with the Brass Brothers Show Band.
Oh yeah, I love the
You
Brass
got
Brothers.
CDs up there, right?
Yeah.
You got CDs up there.
Yeah, I got a CD out there with my friend Isaac Hayes got him from us
Uh-huh.
in Springfield, Ohio. We was with a group called the Oswalds.
Okay. Well, we're gonna put your stuff down in the link to this thing so people can find you and check out those CDs. Maybe get you a little purchase there on Spotify or something. I don't know wherever
There
you got
you
them popped up.
You got something out there, man. I got 11 cents sitting out there waiting for me.
I made about $3 on a cut we did
damn.
way back with Teddy Lee, man, and I had to shut it down because I didn't have the right to the song, so I couldn't be selling it. And so,
They sued you, they get half of it. I pay them right now.
See, my money goes into the house account, the wife.
oh,
So
okay.
I don't worry about
Happy
that.
wife, happy life.
There you go. Okay.
And what makes me happy is if I get to play a gig and still be able to do my craft and to play with, you know, different people from all genres and this and that.
And you got a birthday coming up too.
Yeah.
Big one.
We ain't gonna invite everybody to your birthday. It's by invitation only. You can't just show up to a George Michael birthday. Okay.
So August 15th, good Lord bless me, I'll be 75.
There you go,
There
my
you go,
brother.
man.
So, you know,
Congratulations.
and he's blessed me
We'll
all
definitely be
these
there.
years.
We'll definitely be there.
And
Are we
so-
bringing horns that day?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
bring
okay.
horns.
You got to bring the horn.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of playing music, we're gonna let you get back up there and get warmed up, get ready to play for the stage and stuff, man. And we do appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, we do.
I appreciate
Good
both
seeing
of
you.
y'all.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Don't see you enough.
Yeah.
So, hey, I got a question for you. I know you can see that we brought a couple of horns with us. So you're gonna let us get up on that stage here today?
Oh yeah, I can come on up. You
Okay.
know, no problem.
Okay.
All right, folks, we got a special guest here in the house. The Brass Brothers are going to join us on this next number. Kick back. And these wonderful cats are going to play some solo for us in a couple of minutes here. But as Albert said, this is a big, beautiful world. And we thank you all for being here at the chart tonight. And everyone shut up and let the brass brothers play.
just came out of the Tartan here in Redlands, and we checked out George Michael on bass and that Dominic Roca band, which was fabulous. And the food was excellent. I even kept some to go home. So I'm going to feed the family with part of that. The music was fabulous. It was great to get up on stage with the guys.
Hey, these guys were top-notch musicians. Everybody laying down their part. They were fantastic. George was in rare form, as he always is. George is that guy that keeps the bass, keeps the beat, knows where to go, how to keep it cool and smooth. He even took a solo, which George doesn't do a lot, but he took a nice little funky solo there. And I was like, yeah, oh, hell, there you go.
And George, he knows how to bring the fun.
Oh, yeah, George is, everybody knows George. George is blues royalty. That's what one of the guys up there said. He's blues royalty.
Absolutely. And like we always say, I'm Dexter.
And I'm Mike.
And we are the Brass Brothers. And we'll see you next time.